Two. Welcome back, guys, to the Formula One Drivers' Championship 2025 betting odds. Are you ready for this? Some New Year delight. Who do you want to bet it all on tonight? Well, Lando Norris is your favourite, but we don't begin at the favourites. We begin at the Diddy men. And the Diddiest men of the Diddiest men is Lance Stroll at 1,000 to 1. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Well, you know what? I think the fact that Lance Stroll is the teammate of Fernando Alonso, for me, he's got the least chance of winning a championship. Because I just think if the car is any good, it's going to be Alonso that gets the best out of it, not Lance Stroll.
And that's why Alonso's 80 to 1, folks.
First, to win a championship, you need to beat your teammate. And if you can't beat your teammate, you can't win a championship. Now here, there's other people on this list that I don't think can beat their teammate, but if you've got a race-winning car, and if you, then maybe you can get a bit lucky with results. But there's nothing to suggest here that Lance Stroll is going to get lucky. Now, does anybody expect, for example, Liam Lawson to beat Max? No. But to be fair, we haven't seen Liam Lawson against Max in the same car. So you can't really, you can't really judge that. But we can judge Alonso and Stroll. And what we know is Stroll's not beating Alonso over a season. Therefore, Stroll can't win the championship.
Yep. Gabriel Portoletto, 1,000 to 1. And his teammate Nico Hulkenberg, 500 to 1. Both at Kick Sauber, soon to be Audi. Yeah, I mean, those odds are about bang on the money.
You know what, man? I hope the car's better than these odds suggest, because I would like Nico Hulkenberg to be in a half semi-competitive car.
Well, we won't know to pre-season.
And you know what? You talk about people that could have got that second Red Bull seat.
Nico.
Why not give Nico it? A guy that I don't think would have really competed with Max. I'm not saying the guy would be delighted to be number 2, but you know what? I think if you said to Nico Hulkenberg, do you want to see a couple of seasons or 2 seasons at Red Bull? Maybe before you retire? I'm pretty sure Hulkenberg would have took that, realising here, I'll finally get some podiums, possibly even a win.
No, I would probably agree with that.
So yeah, I mean, plus I believe that Nico Hulkenberg would give Red Bull a much better chance to fight in the Constructors than Liam Lawson will.
Absolutely right.
So he's a name that was never really, in contention for it, but I'm surprised that he wasn't talked about.
Right, Jack Doohan, 500 to 1. Isaac Hadjar, 400 to 1. Ocon, 400 to 1. Beerman, 300 to 1. And Albon, 300 to 1. So the two Haas drivers, 300 to 1 and 400 to 1. Beerman valued at better odds than Ocon, which is weird. Hadjar, 400 to 1. And Doohan, 500 to 1. That is just pissing money in the wind, folks. Albon, 300 to 1. If Williams somehow produced a championship winning car, I would just fancy Sainz to beat him. But I don't think 300 to 1's... Well, I mean, it's awful because Williams aren't going to do it, but at least with Albon, it's like he has half a chance against Sainz. It's not like Stroll and Alonso where it's good night. Shinoda, 200 to 1. Gasly, 150 to 1. And then Carlos Sainz, 150 to 1. I tell you what, it's tragic that Carlos Sainz has been demoted to Williams. Red Bull should have just went ahead and signed him.
Yeah, again, I hope the Williams car is better than we expect it to be, but...
Yeah, right now, Moving in to our top 9. Fernando Alonso is in 9th spot, 80 to 1. Basically, just due to the fact that he's great because the car probably won't be great, and the fact that tell you what, here Aston Martin came out of fucking nowhere in 2023. There's nothing really to suggest that they couldn't do it this year, but I think people expect them to build on last year from 23, and they didn't do it. So 81's about right. Kimi Antonelli, no idea how he's going to do. I could see him getting replaced mid-season, 60 to 1. Liam Lawson, 35 to 1. Again, you may have touched on, he hasn't been up against Max. He hasn't, but he will not be beating Max. Russell, 16 to 1. Again, if Mercedes is good, he's going to be better than Antonelli, which gives him...
Well, we're assuming. We don't have proof of that.
Of what?
That he's going to be better than Antonelli.
I'd say he is, aye.
Well, do you think 16 to 1 is pretty good for Russell then, considering he's the lead Mercedes driver?
But we don't know what the car's going to be like.
Yeah, but let's say it's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, then that's a different...
Let's say that Mercedes car looks to be really good first few races. You won't be getting... That 16 to 1 will be getting cut.
Yeah, true. Right, Oscar Piastri, 10 to 1. I just don't think that's good odds. I think Piastri's alright, but when I did the tier list, I put him in Norris in the good category. I don't think Piastri and Norris had that good of seasons. I think the McLaren man for 2/3 of that season was the best car, and they won 5 races. 6 races maybe. I don't think that's good enough.
Nah, I think we've seen that Norris is better than Piastri.
And yeah, Norris is better, so I don't think he's got a chance. Right, Hamilton, fourth favourite. To me,
I'm not sure I agree with that.
well, I agree in the sense that he's behind the top three.
Yeah, but I'm not sure I agree that he's the fourth, most likely to win it. I mean, I'm not convinced.
We've got Leclerc 4-1. Pretty good odds if the Ferrari can deliver. Max 9-4, which puts Lando Norris slight favourite. Do you agree or disagree? I look at this season and think, well, he barely outscored Max from Miami, and that's when McLaren had the advantage. So, but I expect Red Bull not to be as good next year. I tell you what, man, it's set for a really fantastic season. No idea who could win it here, realistically, at the top 8, so I'm looking forward to it in that regard. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. For me, Max should be the favourite.
He should be,
He's
but
the current champion. There's nothing really to suggest that he's going to fall off a cliff or that Red Bull's... Look, McLaren might start as the better car, but this doesn't make me believe... It doesn't automatically make me think...
The problem
that Norris
is, though,
gonna
it's
win
like, I don't think Max needs the car to win it. Like, he needs a car, like, don't get me wrong, he can't rock up with a wheelie bin. But
Plus, I still think Piastri will take points off Norris.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I'm not sure that Lawson will take points off Max.
Right, guys, we'll be back. We'll break down the constructors. I believe there's also odds for Australia, so we might do that at some point as well. But yeah, for this period in F1, January is a bit dead. There is no two ways about it.
I think that's what gives Max an advantage as well. Out of the top cars, he's probably always going to be the leading driver from the top 4 teams.
Yeah, maybe Russell can take that claim as well.
Maybe now, but obviously last year that wasn't the case. But that's the thing with Leclerc, he wasn't always beating Sainz, and with Norris, he wasn't always beating Piastri.
Nope.
But Max was always beating Perez, so it was always like maybe at every single race it doesn't seem like that many points, but if you add that up over the season, you're bagging yourself like an extra 50 points.
It's a lot of points, man.
And if you're fighting for the top positions, then it's more points. So
absolutely.
you know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Paul Grayson signing out.